Hi and welcome back to my channel, CaranzaMakeup.com. So today I thought I would try and explain the differences between concealers and correctors, concentrating mainly on how they're used to cover under eye circles. So in general, concealers, as the name suggests, are meant for concealing areas on the face, and using the right concealer can make your skin look even and flawless. And correctors are a colour-based cream used to counteract and neutralise pigmentation problems. So for the under eye area, if you have just normal under eye circles, you would use a concealer, as this would be enough to cover any normal under eye darkness. And you would use a creamy or liquid concealer that blends easily, like this one I have here. This is a liquid one. I've popped some on the back of my hand. Not sure if you can see that. But anyway, this liquid or creamy concealer should be 1 or 2 shades lighter than your skin tone, as you want to brighten and lighten this under eye area. But because of this reason, you wouldn't use the same concealer to cover blemishes, because that concealer would be too light, and if anything it would draw attention to your blemishes and just make them stand out, because anything that you make lighter and brighter automatically stands out. So for blemishes, you want to use a concealer that matches your skin tone and your foundation perfectly, and one that has a very good coverage, like this one here. So I'll pop some of this on the back of my hand. And as you can see, that one has a much thicker consistency. I don't know if you can see it on the back of my hand, so I'll show you there. And you don't want to use a brightening concealer for your blemishes. You only use the brightening concealers for your under eye area. Okay, so moving on to correctors. And you would use these for extremely dark under eye circles. You use them in the same way as you would a concealer. The main difference between them is the colour. Correctors are more pink and peach and yellow and orange in tone. So let me show you a few that I have here. So this is a concealer and corrector palette for more pale skin tones. And there are 4 concealers there, which, as you can see, are just sort of normal concealer colours. And then you have the 2 correctors at the bottom. And one is a pale yellow and one is more of a pink toned. So those are the kind of colours you would use as correctors for pale skin. So your light yellow and your more pink toned correctors. Then this is a palette for more medium to olive skin tones, you would say. Again, the 4 concealers in the top and the 2 correctors in the bottom. And here we have a darker yellow corrector and a more peachy corrector. So for your medium to olive skin tones, you would use the darker yellow and the more peachy toned correctors. Oops. And then I have the palette for more darker skin tones. Again, the 4 concealers and the 2 correctors at the bottom. This one is more of a mustard yellow, and then the orange corrector, as I mentioned. So these are the 2 kind of colours you would use on darker skin tones. And the reason the correctors are yellow and pink tone and peach and orange is because very dark under eye circles tend to be a green or a blue or a purple tone. And it's all to do with the colour wheel. And if you looked at a colour wheel, you would see that the yellow, pink, peach and orange colours would be opposite to the green, the blue and the purple tones. Not to get too complicated. Then these correctors would counteract those green, blue and purpley tones. And they would do this much better than a normal concealer would because of this reason, because they have more colour in them to counteract those green, blue and purpley tones. These correctors would also lighten these dark under eye circles much better than a concealer would. Yeah, so as I said, pink and yellow correctors tend to work well on pale skin, and the peach and darker yellows tend to work good on medium to olive skin tones, and then the orange on the darker skin tones. So by using a corrector under the eye, you may not even need to use a concealer at all, as the corrector alone will have neutralized the darkness. So by using a corrector, it avoids the need to layer lots of concealer and foundation to try and get rid of that darkness. But if you feel that you want to use a concealer as well, then by all means do so. But you will find that you will only need a little bit because the corrector will have done most of the work. And that's it. I think that's the main differences between concealers and correctors. Hopefully I've managed to explain these differences in simple terms and the different uses we have for concealers and correctors. So to summarise, you would use a brightening liquid or cream concealer for your under eye circles, if you know they are just normal under eye circles. You would use a good coverage concealer without any brightening properties on your blemishes, and then you would use your correctors on any extremely dark under eye circles. So hopefully that explains it, but if you do have any other questions, then please feel free to leave them below, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you for watching.